hate it today. I don't hate Plead the Fifth at all today. Last week, maybe I didn't like it so much, but today I like it. Because it's Kristin that is on the hot seat today on Plead the Fifth.
My biscuits are burning. And what's funny is
Save that.
I do the schedule. So I've been seeing this all week, so I knew it was coming. And then I come in studio this morning and I open my computer and I open my schedule and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
dang it.
Yeah.
Try to block it out.
Yeah.
I guess I did.
Gives you that adrenaline first thing in the morning that you don't want.
Nope.
All right. So these are 5 questions submitted anonymously for Kristin. She can plead the fifth to one of them. So what do we got here, Tommy?
All right, Kristin. First, jacking with the chemistry of the show.
Ooh.
Who do you think fits in on the Bert Show the least?
Who do you think on the Bert Show that fits in the least?
Who is the weakest link?
Oh, those are two different
questions.
Save that one for the next question.
Yeah.
This is the entire staff we're talking about. Yeah, well, I guess we don't know. Okay.
I guess so.
Your interpretation.
All right. So I'm going to go off of whenever we schedule stuff to hang out and whatnot. And I think this is just because their personal life is not that all of our personal lives are very demanding, but and I don't even want to say they prioritize because we all prioritize our personal life. I just know when we hang out, the person who is not able to attend the most would be Tracy because of something with their kids, something with their parents, etc. So that's who I'm going with.
Who's Tracy?
The person who's been with you the longest.
Yeah, she's literally been here since the inception of the show.
She's still with us?
You should refer to her as Loyal Tracy.
Her middle name is Loyal, that's for sure.
All right. Now, you work with a lot of charities.
I do.
Name them off real quick.
Oh, geez.
This is not the question part. I just need this as a preface to get to the question.
Okay, so I am chairwoman of Bert's Big Adventure, and then I do a lot for the Rally Foundation. I'm actually going to be hosting their rally on the runway here coming up in April. I work with the Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation.
Yep.
I love canine assistance. I have worked with them before. They actually have dogs, like Bert's Big Adventure kiddos have dogs that have graduated from canine assistance. I love the Atlanta Humane Society. It's where I adopted my dog Boone.
Mine too.
I love Paws out in Decatur. That's where I adopted my dog Willie. Page turners make great learners.
And now you're just showing off.
Okay, sorry.
Flexing.
The question is, of all of those, which would you not give $1 to?
No, we're not doing that one.
Oh, and did you say the moms thing?
Helping mamas.
Yeah.
We're going to have our Pinot period party coming up here in May.
That's like 8. All right. So if you had to drop one of those, which one would it be?
Are you going to choose babies or dogs?
Moms. Let me, I can put this into Tommy speak. Which one of those charities do you hate the most?
Well, if I'm going to drop one, I'm dropping Bert's Big Adventure because that's the one I have to donate most time to.
Wow.
That's my answer.
Okay.
All right. God, right on the eve of Bert's Big Adventure.
With the hoodie on.
When did you start hating kids with chronic and terminal illnesses?
All these kids on this trip going to look at you so differently come next week, man.
I'm going to be savage with a capital S today.
That's the one I thought you were protected at all costs.
Uh-huh.
If you could relive a moment with one of your exes, who would you choose and what was the moment?
Relive a moment. Which one would you do?
Oh, gosh.
On Valentine's Day, somebody in here is savage.
Yeah, my uppercase savage just turned to a lowercase savage
Now,
now.
this could be taken a couple different ways. You could be reliving a moment that was great,
Yeah.
or you could relive a moment that, maybe...
Yeah, why are you
helping?
Right.
Well, You never help. Either way, we're going to get a good story. Or it could be a moment of a redo. Something that you didn't handle so great the first time. You relive in the moment and you get a second chance.
Okay. So there's a moment I would like to relive. And the reason behind it is if you are a fan of true crime, you know that witnesses are not reliable because our memories suck. And we don't tend to remember things as they are, but we remember them for like who we are. And So there is a moment that I would like to relive just to see if it's the same in my memory as it happened in real life. Does that make sense?
Sure. With you.
So I remember going to Atlantic City to watch a hockey game with a friend and another woman that worked for the hockey team, because this is when I was working for the minor league hockey team.
This was not the trip to New York City with the sugar daddy that asked you to spit cheese on his feet?
No, I'm not even going to correct the details anymore because I'm so tired of this. I'm not reliving that because I'm pretty sure I remember that one.
If you're new around here, it was a rough weekend for her.
I can't even remember if Kentucky beat Duke that weekend. All right, so we went to Atlantic City. We were working for this hockey team, and it was on this trip that I found out that the guy I was dating had a child that he was hiding. Right?
Wow.
How long were you guys dating for?
A year.
A year.
We had
Oh
been
my
together
God.
a year.
Dang.
And
Maybe he was hiding the world from his child.
so he was not an active part in the child's life. That changed soon thereafter. But at that point, we had been dating a year. He had a kid. And
A year.
yeah, they were anyway, and all that changed afterwards. But I remember, like, we flew to Atlantic City. I remember coming back on the plane, and I knew this information, and I was just so distraught. And now he knew because we had talked about it while I was in Atlantic City, and I'm like, WTF, like, what's going on here? And I remember coming up the escalator from the airport and him standing there, and just this intense moment. And I was so upset. And then he was so upset. And I just wish I could play out that scene again of what we said to each other and what he said to make me stay with him.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
This is good.
That
a
is
good
a
answer.
good
Thank
one.
you.
Right
That was
a very good
there.
answer.
Because we didn't break up. Like, I stayed with him, and then he became a part of that child's life, and then I became a part of that child's life.
Oh, wow.
This is some lore.
Right?
Did he say nobody else wants you? You might as well stay.
No, so
Wow, okay.
yeah.
I'd like to be witness to that also.
Me too.
man.
Take me with you.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I would love to know what he said
Yeah.
that caused me not to break up with him, and we stayed together. And then she ended up becoming a part of his life and ultimately mine. And then, of course, we broke up and went our separate ways. But yeah, so
Wow. Okay.
All right. Question number 4, Kristen.
I dug deep for that one.
You, your husband Bart, your little son Jimmy,
Yes.
and your dogs, because this is a dog-friendly cruise. You guys are all on a cruise ship together. And there it is, an iceberg. You guys nail that iceberg,
Yes.
and the ship goes down, but there's a door. And you are on that door.
Who wrote this?
Long-ass
Elaborate question.
Whoever wrote Titanic.
I did. I'm kind of taking it from a different question and
Okay.
I'm expanding on
It's
it.
a shocker.
Because I think it's funny.
Okay.
So there's a door.
Yep.
You're on it.
Oh, I'm floating on the door.
Yep.
Okay.
And you determine that, yes, one item can fit with you on that door.
Item or a person?
Well, it could be an item as in a dog.
So it's either Leroy, Willie, Boone, Bart, or Jimmy.
Oh,
Yes.
It's going to be a no-brainer.
Yeah. I'm on the floating. Jimmy's coming.
That's a
Of
no-brainer.
course.
Yeah.
All right.
Why do you hate Bart and your dogs?
No.
Even Bart would want
Yes.
you. Yeah. Bart would grab the heaviest thing he could so he'd sink to the bottom of the ocean. So it wasn't even a choice.
All right.
Yep. It's Jimmy.
Last question. You've been with the show now, what, about almost 14 years?
Yeah, it'll be 14 years this year.
Me too.
God, how have I done it?
I don't know.
If you had to work with the entire Bert Show for another 20 years, but had to get rid of one member, and I would say,
Volunteers tribute.
I would say this member has to be one of the people in these 2 rooms. Which person would it be? And that would be Bert, Cassie, Mo, Abby, me, Katie, Rebecca. Kaylee is out today. So you can't say Kaylee because I know that'd be your first answer.
Happy Valentine's Day. I plead the 5th.
Oh,
We got one.
Why answer a question when you don't freaking have to?
Truth.
That's a good point.
Truth. Yeah, I've been asking myself that for years, and I've done it every week. Except last week, except the politician one.
The Bert Show.